Vulnerability is that time when you're risking to tell someone, to confide in someone, and you know whatever you're going to tell them, they may not offer you a solution, but they may offer you an ear. However, then you want to tell someone something, it's really burning you, and they're even not giving you attention. It can be so hurtful. They may not give me a solution, but they may give me an ear. I can share my skeletons, my shades without being like scared, my insecurities, my shame. You guys were going through a lot. Besides that, maybe I can share what is good, like what's going on in my life. Most of the time we may be scared of sharing even what is good with some of our friends because we don't know how they're going to take it, whether they're going to be happy for us, whether they may pretend they're happy and it actually says they're not happy. So sometimes we're confused. So it can also be even actually good news. It can be sharing my history, where I've been, what I've been going through. Maybe it can be about my family background. It can be anything that actually can make me lose my confidence or that can make me lose myself. In any case, if I don't find a better person to tell. That's why some people offer telling a stranger, like, you won't judge me, you won't do anything, or just tell a stranger person and life moves on. And they don't know me, I don't know them, other than telling a friend, and before you know it, maybe the whole world knows that this is happening in my life. So let's learn how to do confidentiality. We've been doing it for our places, but we can still do it for our friends. You can be having that friend you can share with your dreams, the one you feel you're safe to share with your dreams, to tell them what is going on with your life and all that. The one you just say, let me take a risk on this person and I tell them whatever that I'm going through right now. So while you're seeing through your friends, I don't know what you've seen so far, but I want to bring you a more clarity of asking yourself that perhaps, who am I around? Most of the time, whom do I spend time with? And if you spend time with that person, what have they got you doing? I have one of my friends who used to listen to sad songs, like very sad songs. I don't know the reason why she was listening to sad songs, but in actual sense, that was never my selection. That I would never listen to sad songs. I used to love, gospel songs, slow songs, and just that calm music. And all of a sudden, I started listening to sad songs. I don't know the reason why she was listening to sad songs, to be honest, but I ended up also listening to sad songs. And me, my reason was completely different. I don't know if it was the same as hers, but me, it was different. It would reflect with someone. They say when someone is sad, give them a chance, maybe to sing, maybe to write, or when someone is going through a heartbreak. Those people can be having a lot to tell you. Just because I wanted to know how they feel, maybe I wanted to reflect with them. I wanted to put myself in someone's shoes. By the time you put something out there, like what are you going through, like I would want to reflect. That's why I don't just listen for just listening. If it's even a song, I first look for the lyrics. I will go ahead and ask, why did even this person have to sing this song? What is not happening? Whether it's a gospel song, whether it's a love song. Sometimes you may think songs are for love songs, but sometimes it's even for a family. It's not even for love, or it's for like a grandmother. It's just something. And here I was saying, we have friends, but what have they got us doing? Like, where have they got you going? You have those people who just wake up and say, okay, let's go to church, or let's go for this mission, or let's go to, which friends do you have? Do they say let's go to the bar? Because if you have friends who normally go to the bar, chances are most likely you're going to be in the bar. If you have friends who don't read books, chances are you're going to also start not reading books, because every time you're around people and they're not reading books, whom are you even going to discuss the book you read with? You don't have anyone to. Every time you're around people who don't want to grow, you want to know if you're growing or if you're not. But if you have someone who is challenging you, at some rate you feel like, oh, I think Marie has read this book, why can't I also give it a try? What have they got you reading? What have they got you listening to? Even though it's a movie, what have they got you watching? Like, so it just doesn't stop on small things, and we just see them as small things, but in the long run it's something big. Like I've told you, you may not see the influence happening in your life, but with time you're just going to be amazed how life turns out, and you're like, boom, I didn't see myself doing this, how did I get here? So don't ignore every friend who is around you. Just ask yourself these questions: who are my friends? Who am I surrounding myself with? What have they got me doing? And is this really what I want for my 10 to 15 years? Do I want to be this person? that I am right now? Do you have friends who inspire you? Do you have friends who nourish you? Do you have friends who nurture you? Who can tell you this is okay, this is not okay? Do you have friends whom you know you can rely on when things are going astray, or when you actually need help? Do you have those kind of friends? It's very hard, and that is the truth, to have friends, especially with adulthood. Like, the more we grow, the more we lose friends. It was very easy at some stage where we just had friends because we had a lot in common. Maybe school, every time you're supposed to go to school, like, you will see someone and it's automatic. You have to go in class, and I'll meet Dale in class. I'll go maybe in physics class, I'll meet maybe, let's say, Brian. I'll go in let's say for entertainment or a movie or history, I'll meet maybe Grace. So it's a consistent thing that you would always meet people. But as we grow, it's very hard to like sustain our friendship. It's very hard unless you have something in common. I've seen it myself. Like, if I don't have anything in common with you, it's so easy to find when we're not in touch. Not because we're not supposed to be in touch, but I don't have something that is really so attaching me to you, unless or otherwise. So to the friends you feel you don't want maybe to lose, you don't want them to go far off from you because they were good friends to you, you can find something you can start up with. Maybe it can be a business, maybe it can be saving money together, you open an account together. Those are the kind of friends that you say, okay, I think I don't want to lose Maria. Maria was really a good friend to me. I think I don't want to lose, because the more you keep, whether you've been tight like how, let's say at certain stage, let's say high school, as you grow, maybe some are going to go into motherhood, marriage. When you join marriage, one is married and another one is not married. That is a different phase. Remember, I used to meet for one common goal. That was maybe reading books. But as we grow, one is married and maybe another one is not yet married. So it's not, they don't feel like what the experience they're having, it's not what you're having. There's some things I know Maria may share with me, and there are some things Maria may not share with me. Maria can be like, now what can I tell this one? She's even not yet married. Okay, what can I tell this one? She even doesn't know what labor means. Like you haven't given birth. Like, how can you understand these things? So the more there is that other gap, before you know it, it goes going away, and not by the way it's supposed to go away, but you're becoming apart. You used to have friends who are used maybe to hang out for fun, and as you grow, like I told you, as you're on this personal growth journey, some things may not make sense to you. Like, it's not every time that every weekend I'm supposed to be out. It's not every time I'm supposed to be hanging out. That money I can use it, I save it for something else, maybe for my future business or what I'm planning to do in 2 years to come. So at the time, if what was bringing you together was just hanging out and eating and all that, laughing, if there is nothing in common with your goals as you grow, it's so hard to keep that friendship. So adulthood friendship is, guys, hard. It takes a lot of resilience to keep them, like to sustain your friends. So like I was telling you, just see around your friends. See, is this the person I want to be? Like in 5 years to come, the people surrounding me. Let's say if you're surrounded by poor people, chances are, by the way, high chances that you're either the average of those people. So if you surround yourself with people who challenge you on a daily basis, who say something and you're like, oh, I hadn't thought of this. So you're going to sharpen your brain and do something towards that, because there's something that has challenged you. But if you find you're in the cocoon of people and it's only you who can reason it out, it's only you who knows what you're talking about, it's only you who is at the top and all others are lower, like, you got to revise your friendship. Like, you need some people who can challenge you, you need people on another level, you need people at the same level, maybe they also need people you can advise. So you can find a balance, but you can't always be the one who is having it all together. Like, you're the richest, you're the one who's very brilliant. Doesn't work that way. Then you're not challenging yourself enough.